any symptom you can think of, I was having. And it really controlled everything I did in life. You know, everything I did, or any event that I went to, any time on the job, at work, anytime I had to do anything physical, it was in the back of my mind that I was going to drop dead of a heart attack. From the GP Studios here on Long Island, New York, this is the Primal Mindset, brought to you by Go Primal Lifestyle and Fitness Apparel. Head to GoPrimalUSA.com, use code GPNation, get a discount, start wearing the mindset to be the best for the ones that need you most. I got my GP Dust Pride hoodie on, so please head to GoPrimalUSA.com, use code GPNation, and support those that support this show. Also, a new sponsor, Nick Lucas Contracting. Nick is serving and leading a contracting firm in the Long Island area, a team of fully certified professionals who tackle everything from complex projects to the smaller scale jobs. They go the extra mile to make sure the client is completely satisfied. Go to nicklucascontracting.com and unlock the lifestyle you deserve. All right, I am your host, Chris Fontana. We have Rin on the other side of the camera. We have Jenna producing. And of course, you can see us on NGBN, a network focusing on the mental health for the midlife man, available on Spotify and YouTube TV as well. NGBN will be releasing their app in January 2024. We've also partnered up with Sideline Sports, which is an absolute powerhouse. They're bringing on multiple shows. They're going to be on Radio Row at the Super Bowl. So really exciting stuff for NGBN. I'm excited to be a part of something from the ground up, something that's going to revolutionize TV for the midlife man. Not only helping this generation, but future generations of midlife men as well. And it really kind of made me think of my darkest days and where I was and mentally and ready to settling for misery for the rest of my life. And it really, anxiety controlled my life. It controlled everything in it, from just feeling anxious to full-blown panic attacks. Pretty much everything in between, which I'm going to get into in this episode. Let's just hear a quick little word from our sponsors.
Attention, gentlemen of distinction. Introducing NGBN.TV, the television network designed exclusively for men in their 40s, 50s, and 60s. Your go-to destination for entertainment that speaks to you, inspires you, and celebrates the incredible journey of manhood. And here's the exciting news. NGBN.TV is coming to Roku, Apple TV, Amazon, and your favorite mobile devices. Whether you're a sports enthusiast, seeking self-improvement, or just looking for a good laugh, NGBN.TV has got you covered. Entertainment, inspiration, brotherhood. Coming soon to Roku, Apple TV, Amazon, and mobile devices. NGBN.TV, where men thrive.
All right, so we are back, and man, I'm going to talk about probably one of the toughest things I ever had to overcome mentally. And you know, I'm always careful how I say that, because it was for me and my own personal, you know, journey and story that I want to talk about. It has nothing to do with anyone else, and I know, you know, sobriety is tough to deal with, and overcoming addiction is a very hard thing to do. But for me personally, it's just the way it worked out in my life, that the anxiety and getting over the panic attacks and getting over that feeling of that I really felt like I was dying, was hard for me to get past and to overcome. And it happened first, so maybe that is what helped me to catapult me to years later. But for me personally, to get over the anxiety attacks, to get over anxiety in general, was one of the hardest things I ever had to do. You know, when it started, and you know, I would say around the time I failed out of school, around 19, about 18, 19 years old or so. You know, and it really just started with kind of just feeling funny, feeling weird, just feeling off. Something to me wasn't right. And I just got in my head that something was wrong with me. My father died young, so I figured that was it. All right, I'm probably gonna die young. There's something going on inside my body. I don't know how to explain it, but it is. And then kind of that went on for a little bit, and obviously I would use some alcohol to numb those feelings. But after my car accident at 22 and really just gaining a lot of weight, and from that point on, I noticed that it wasn't just going from feeling off, it was just coming from, it started to feel like actual physical symptoms, and this went on for about a decade or so of feeling like I was gonna die every day. It felt like you were having a heart attack. Anywhere from your arm going numb to your heart racing fast to the just beating really hard, like it was going to come out of my chest, to the point where it was so slow where it didn't even feel like it was beating at all. Any symptom you can think of, I was having, and it really controlled everything I did in life. Everything I did, or any event that I went to, any time on the job, at work, anytime I had to do anything physical, it was in the back of my mind that I was going to drop dead of a heart attack, or I was going to, have a panic attack. And it was just, everything was calculated. Everything I had to do was calculated around that. It really caused me to actually have really social anxiety, because I didn't want to go out anywhere, because I was afraid of having a panic attack in front of people. And I got really good at hiding it, because no one knew what was going on. There was days I'd be at work and doing something physical, and inside I'd be screaming for help, because I felt like I was dying. I felt like I was going to drop dead. I felt like this is it. This is the end. Someone help me, please, please, please. And then on the outside, just kept steady working, man. No one had any idea that what I was going through, because I don't know if it was embarrassment. I don't know if it was I felt ashamed to ask for help. I don't know if it was I thought people would look at me I was weak. So it was really hard for me to live like that every day. The mental warfare that went inside my head every day, thinking that this is the day I'm gonna die. This is the day that everything is gonna end. And it's funny, I talk about it. It was almost like a living suicide, because I didn't want to die, but I just didn't really care anymore, because it was just eating away at me to the point where it was like I just didn't really care what happened in life anymore. And it was, like I said, the hardest thing to ever get past. And everyone always, you hear it everywhere now on social media. You hear it everywhere where people are talking about it, saying, get comfortable being uncomfortable. Well, there's nothing more of an uncomfortable feeling than thinking that you're going to die. And to me, like I said, a part of a decade dealing with that on a daily basis, multiple times a day, man, that got me so mentally strong, so easily to go to that side of, I'm comfortable being uncomfortable, whatever situation you put me in. And that's the meaning you have to take from things that happen in your life. I don't really believe that everything happens for a reason, because there's things that happen that you just don't know, why it happened or whatever reason it was. But I think you do have to make meaning of the things that happen. And, for me, to take meaning out of that was, I got so comfortable being uncomfortable during those times. And now, later on in life, it's any uncomfortable situation I'm in, it's just that training of the mind kicks in, and it just automatically says that you've been here before. You felt uncomfortable. Look what you did. Look where you were. Look where you are now. You can deal with being uncomfortable, man. That's no problem. And to me, that's helped in everyday aspect of life. You wake up early and you want to work out. Yeah, it's uncomfortable, but shit, okay, we've been here before. Go ahead, go do it. It's going to be good for you. It's going to make you the best for the ones that need you most, so go out and do it. And it's those times where you have no sleep, and you have kids, and it's frustrating, and you're dealing with them, then you're dealing with, people at work. You got multiple jobs. You're trying to start a business. Yeah, that's all uncomfortable, but shit, you've been here before. you know, you wake up today, you go today, man, and that's what that taught me. And you know, at those darkest days, man, I absolutely look back to those are my best days. It brought me to where I am today. It shaped my mind so mentally strong to be comfortable being uncomfortable, you know, and that's what I think was allowed me to walk into the rooms of AA. And when my time came, when I said enough is enough, and I need to get sober, you know, walking down into those rooms, and they preached one day at a time, and it brought me back to those days of getting over those feelings of that I was going to die, you know, of that anxiety attacks, of the sheer panic I would have during, you know, parties or at events or at work, you know, wherever, at home by myself, thinking this is it. I'm going to drop dead in my apartment and that's it. No one's going to be able to save me. You know how close I was to dialing 911. And again, I don't know if it was embarrassment, if it was just the point where I'm like, you know what, fuck it, I don't care. I'm not going to call anyone. You know, it just taught me to take it one day at a time. I wake up today, I go today, and going in, being able to get sober. I think, like I said, my personal story, that's just the way it went. You know, first I overcame the anxiety and the panic attacks and the depression. Because let's be honest, anxiety and depression go hand in hand. You know, when I would have a severe panic attack, man, I would just go into depression after that. Because I felt like, there it is again, man. I can't get past this. I'm not getting over this. Something's wrong with me. I'm gonna die. You know, that's it. I'm gonna settle for misery. I have, you know, a job I hate. I have no kids. I have no life. You know, it's just all these things run through your mind as a man, and you know, it just takes me to a place where, you know, when talking about it and just realizing how I was, it kind of, you know, it may be surreal. I don't know how to put it, man. I just can't believe I was like that, and I went through that, and I look back and it was just a totally different person to me, and to where I am today, and that all is taking meaning of what happened. You know, that's all that training of the mind, that all the saying, instead of why me, now it's try me. You know, and it just made me so comfortable being uncomfortable, where it just helps me with everyday life. You know, it just helps me so much to be a better husband, father, you know, brother, son, you know, co-worker, whatever it is, you know. And it just, to me, it controlled my life, and now anxiety absolutely helped my life, saved my life. You know, it really did, because if I didn't go through all that, who knows where I'd be today? Who knows where, you know, I would be, you know, having a family or, you know, or whatever, you know. And that's why I say, like, I have no regrets on things that I did. You know, I maybe have some regrets on how I treated some people in life, but other than, you know, things that I did or how things worked out, I have no regrets at all, because it brought me to who I am. It brought me to where I am today. It brought me to being a sober, you know, mental health warrior, 100 pounds down, never going back, to, you know, to a great father, husband, friend, coworker, brother, you know, son, everything. So it just really catapulted me into a whole nother level. And, you know, like I said, it went from controlling my life to saving my life, and that's something that I'll never let go of. I'll never forget. And it just absolutely just shaped my mind, where it made me so mentally strong that, you know, I just want to give back and help people. And that's what being part of NGBN, a men's mental health, you know, network, focusing on the midlife man, because let's be honest, the midlife man is what is going to be helping future generations, you know. And we will be back after this quick word from Chris Rubio, who is another fellow NGBN member and host of the Rubio Method, who I've had on this show before. Is a funny guy. So let's get a quick word from him, and then we're going to come back to the Long Island Matters segment.
Hey, this is Chris Rubio, host of The Rubio Method and Decades on NGBN.TV. I just finished a workout. I'm all hot and sweaty, and it reminded me, let me tell them about Chris Fontana's gear, Go Primal USA. It's a mindset, it's apparel, it's everything. You need to check it out if you have the Go Primal mindset. GoPrimalUSA.com and use the code Rubio10, that's Rubio10, for a discount on all gear.
All right, here we are to the Long Island Matters segment, brought to you by Go Primal Lifestyle and Fitness Apparel. Head to GoPrimalUSA.com, use code GPNation, start wearing the mindset so you can be the best for the ones that need you the most. And I love this segment because I love being from Long Island. I love everything about it, and I want to be able to support, businesses and brands that want to get their name out there, or that just really want to build a community on Long Island as I am. And one of my sponsors, Eat Better Meals, has a food delivery service here on Long Island. They are nutritious, delicious. They have meals that are packed with protein. You can get some small ones, large ones, whatever you want. And if you go to eatbettermeals.com and use code GoPrimal25, it'll get you 25% off your first order. Use GoPrimal10 after that. You'll get 10% as you continue to get their service. Another great new sponsor that I'm proud to have on is Long Island Prep. And if you're a parent or a professional in your community or an educator in your town, go to longislandprep.org. They're going to learn more about the 3 pillars of action for substance abuse, mental health awareness. It's just really just an overall an amazing organization. They're really looking to help school teachers, students, parents just get a better grasp on the whole substance abuse prevention, mental health awareness, which really goes hand in hand. And I know a lot about it. So they are really teaching, teachers, students, and people of this community how to deal with it, how to tackle it, how to get better results from preventing everything. And so head to longislandprep.org and check out their pillars to really help this community and everyone just thrive and be the best for the ones that need them the most. All right, that brings us to the end of the show. I just want to thank everyone for letting me kind of talk about how anxiety was controlling my life and ultimately ended up saving my life. Thank you to the sponsors. We got Go Primal Fitness and Lifestyle Apparel. We got Nick Lucas Contracting, Eat Better Meals, Proof No More. We got Long Island Prep. So I want to thank you, and please, everyone, check out the notes in the show and head to all these sponsors. Check them out. Please support those that support this show, and I will talk to you guys soon.